Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Curiosity Rocks, and this video is sort of part of a new well, it might be a big series. I don't know how big it's going to be yet, but it's part of my autism education playlist, and it is about characters that I relate to on television and on Netflix and movies and whatever, in the hope that somehow we get better representations of autistic people in media. So this is like me saying, as an autistic person, how I relate to certain characters. So the first, well, I might have spoke about this before, so I don't know if this is technically the first in the series, but what this video is about is Jaskier from The Witcher. So, for anybody who's new to me and my channel, I tend to explain things like Louise from the Marvel movies, from like Ant-Man's friend, so stick with it. So how I relate to Jaskier, I've made a few small quick notes in my media review notebook. So when I first saw Jaskier and watched The Witcher, I loved it. So the first one is talking about being polyamorous, which is when you just love everybody in the room. No, not everybody in the room, but you tend to like lots of people. And Joey Batey, when he was interviewed about Jaskier, he wanted to make Jaskier like, it's like he just falls in love with people, and it's like one person will go out the room to do something, and then you'll see someone and say, I love you. And well, that's been totally me since I was tiny. Yeah, since I was little, I've loved people. I've like, he's so hot. Yes, I've loved people, but they always ran away from me. I've been, I remember being on a cruise ship and we went to Denmark, and there was a cute boy and he just kept running away from me. I couldn't catch up with him because I wasn't a very fast runner. So that was like, why are you running? It was literally, why are you running away from me? It's like, but I also like this other boy on that holiday too. So yeah. And then people who know me from back then know that I was the one who had crushes on everybody. Like, oh, she's got a crush on him now, she's got a crush on him now, she's got a crush on him now. And yeah, but especially relate this to when I was in sixth form, and I would just like see someone, like I'd see somebody and I'd be like, and then I'd just go up to them and say, I love you, are you single? And they would literally just like, I love you, are you single, here's stuff. And that was my sort of tactic. What I thought was a good technique was to just give them stuff. So I gave people tapes. I wasn't quite up to the technology of making a mixtape, but I'd give them tapes and like just junk like Mickey Mouse key rings and tapes and things like, here's stuff, like me. So yeah, that was my technique. And I always like pretty much like, I like you, do you want to go out with me? I've always gone up to the person and said, I love you, and then, well, not really, not that quick, well, Well, sort of that quick. Like, I've always gone up to, like, the people I fancy, and there's like, hello, look, yeah. Like, and that's like one person's like, oh my god, it's gorgeous. Like, there's this feeling inside, and you're like, because you get like a shiver, and you're like, oh. And then you have to go up to him, and then you say, and I say, yeah, are you single? It's like, yeah. And you're just like, yeah, this is me. Oh, look at this cool stuff. Like, when I got to be in Doctor Who comic, I saw a hot boy, and his heart says, look, I'm in the Doctor Who comic, look at this. And see it goes, and see it goes. And then there's a boy at sixth form in art class, and there's like, and he's there, he's doing art, like, oh, can I take your pictures? Like, yes, you may. And then he asked him out, and then there's other boys, and then one of my best friends is like, and I thought, oh, he's gorgeous. It's like, hello, it's me. Did you know? Did you know? And that's like that. But coincidentally, one of my bestie friends has actually got hair like Geralt. So that's a coincidence. But yes, I'm polyamorous, and I at times when I was younger, I thought, oh, maybe get married. But then I thought, no, because that, why do you have to just have one person? Why can't you just have loads with different skill sets? That'd be very useful, you see. So I'd have loads with different skill sets. So yeah, that I thought, when I saw what Joey Batey had said in the interview, I thought, oh my god, that's like me. This is me. Like, just loves people, and yeah, I just can't help. It's just that I love that person, and then I love that person, and then it hurts your heart really bad, because that person, like, because everybody runs away from me. I was like, and I'm like, and then it's like, but I love that person, and I like that person. Oh, that's a new person. I really like that person now, and I like that person. And there's like loads and loads and loads of people on planet Earth that I like. So, yeah. So that really related to that, and it really felt good to see that represented, and see it sort of myself represented, especially that, oh my god, that's somebody gorgeous, they're amazing. And then you go up to them and say, yeah, how you doing? And then they're like, cute. And you're like, love you. And see, I love that was represented. My next point is about free stuff. Now, this is sort of inspired by when he gets a load of bread chucked at him, and he's like, well, better not waste it. And he starts putting all the bread in his pants. I tend to collect free stuff too. As in, my free stuff is about souvenirs connected to people. So it is not quite as like the bread thing, but I have had dreams regularly for the past few years where it's basically a dream of a food bank, but it's like a big membership club thing, and there's a big stall of food you can get for free with this card. And it turns, I used to have it every month, and I loved it, because like, oh yeah, the stall's here again, what shall I get this time? And so that was fun. So, but my main thing about free stuff is it's souvenirs related to people. So some of the conventions have been, like, if you've played a game or somebody's written something on a tiny bit of paper and just left it on the table, it's like, I'm having that. You don't you want your quiz sheet? I'll have that. And then, oh, the game that they wrote on, and they're all like, oh, just leave it there, leave it on the table. It's like, souvenir, sentimental value, that. And I'm just collecting everything. And so I just love collecting everything from just people, especially one time I was enjoying drinks with somebody. I collected the bottle caps, brought the bottle caps home. There's just like, and then at the conventions, when they have the decorations on the table, oh, it's brilliant, because you can take them home with you. I don't know if they intend people to take more, but people usually do. I love that. It's like, oh my god, it's a free item. One of the things I got from Buffy Convention was a blow-up cactus, and the other was a plastic skull. I was like, oh, I'm having that free. I'm having that. And tend to make plans like when I'm going to nab something. So it's not stealing, it's stuff that people don't want. So I like, and then my heart's going, it's like, yay, I got it. And so it's awesome. It's like, people don't want this. All the souvenirs. And I love my souvenirs. But certain other people don't see the value in my souvenirs. But there's so much value in my souvenirs, even if they look like scraggy bits of paper. It's because it's got half of somebody's handwriting on it. That's why I kept it. So yeah, that's because it's sentimental value. My next point on this list is related to Jaskier giving Gowl a bath and rubbing chamomile on his bum. So I thought that was really romantic. It was so romantic. I love that bit. But tidying people, it's not about like giving them a bath. It's more like I suppose the technical term would be dermatillomania and trichotillomania, but I guess that would be like if you want to medicalise it. But I like where somebody's got like dandruff, I can pick dandruff out. I love doing that. And especially love scraping somebody's ears. This is all, I don't want to embarrass anybody, but this is all related to one person. Dandruff, pecking dandruff, scraping ears, plucking hairs, peeling sunburn. There was like one time, this person, they got loads of sunburn, it came off in sheets. I was like, this is incredible. And it was so I do a whole queue of peeling sunburn now, but I don't want to encourage people to get sunburn that they're peeling, but I would do an whole queue. So I like, and this when Jaskier buys Geralt a new outfit for the ball, and I imagine that scene in my head because they didn't film Jaskier going shopping, whereas he's going shopping and it's like Pretty Woman, he dresses up his boy for the ball, and it's like, it's like Pretty Woman. And I thought I've liked styling outfits and fashion since I was like about 5, when I got because I had a paper doll thing when I was 5, but it worked on static. So you got a piece of the outfit and you just rubbed it on with static, and it was amazing, and I adored it so much. And I've always liked putting outfits together. I don't tend to follow trends and just do high fashion and just like, oh, I've got to have Chanel bag now. No, I just wear what I want to wear, whether it's in fashion or not. So when I'm feeling I can take the sensory input, I do fancy dress. I get people, it would be said that I'm a quirky dresser when I got this sensory robustness to wear stuff. I am a quirky dresser. but I have a game that I play on the iPad where you style outfits, and I love it. And it's a real fun game. So yeah. My next thing is that when I fall in love with something, or basically when I fall in love with something like Doctor Who or The Witcher or other things, or I have many fandoms actually, I need to make art of it. It's just, I have to make art to show people how much I love something. Like Jaskier has to make songs that he sees like Garrett like once, is like, I'm totally writing a song about you. And that is how it feels. Like, I love this thing, I need to make art, and then I'll make art like, look, I made this, look how much I love something, and then I'll say, look how much I love you, I made this. And it's like, no, I love you, love me, I made this. It's just a need to make art of it. It's like, I have to make art and make it so the character or whatever is happy. It's like, I can't not make art, because that's how I communicate my emotions, and that's what happens. Because when I make art, it's like, people have said I'm good at putting life into the pictures, and it is that. I put music on, put my love songs on the tall thing in the corner that does stuff. I ask it for love songs, and then I'll draw, and then I've filled up to bursting with feels and romance, and just, and then it all comes out in my drawings, and it's like, I have to draw stuff. My next point on this list is that, I like, what I like about Jaskier is that he's like meta, and he's always taking the person making daft faces like in the background. It's like, and I can't keep any emotion off my face. Like, people in the autism community, people say, oh, you can mask. I've never been able to mask. Masking is not a goal to be aimed for, but some people are able to mask, as in appear neurotypical, according to what apparently society thinks is acceptable. I've never been able to do that. It's just, everything just appears on my face straight away. It's like, does my bum look like a nest? That is like, it's like this food, and like, I can't disguise my emotions at all. They just appear on my face before I can do anything about it. Sorry, my ADHD is going around in my head now. That's where all the expressions are coming from now. Because is that all my notes? So that's why I really relate to Jaskier. I haven't really thought that. I don't know if I would say he's an autistic character, but I relate to a lot of his characteristics. And like, he's cute but will fight. Like, he's soft and cute, but he'll fight for the people he loves. So that's that. I get very angry when people, if I hear somebody talking about somebody that I think is really awesome, and somebody slags them off, I get so angry, and it's really bad, because I get so angry and sweary and like a monster, because somebody's like be mean about something or somebody I love, and I get really angry and it's really hard. So this is why I like Jaskier and why I'm in love with Joey Batey so much, and I dream. I dream about him a lot. He's one of my new cast members in my dreams. I have a lot of people I dream about, and it's really fun. And I lucid dream, and it's mega fun. So, and I love Jaskier. He makes the whole Witcher show for me, and I really like it. I also do, I don't know if I relate to Geralt in quite the same way. I guess Geralt, when he has like meltdowns, he had his meltdown on the mountain. I guess I sort of relate to that a bit, but I don't know. People have also said that Geralt might be autistic. I can see what they're talking about, possibly, but I relate to a lot of Jaskier characteristics. It's probably because Geralt's like very successful with love interests, so. But so I guess that is what I would say about how I relate to Jaskier, and how you can include all those characteristics when you are writing an autistic character. They don't have to be stereotypes, so there's a few more ideas. My future videos might take me a while, you see, because there's a lot to watch. I intend to do one on Mabel Pines from Gravity Falls, and I probably will do one on Bob's Burgers. I'm going to go through each episode and write down the points from each episode of which I relate to, and of things that I've done myself or characteristics I have myself. So that'd be like, either if I did every season and every episode of Bob's Burgers, that would be a mega long video. So if you want me to, I could do it season by season, if that would be easier. And then I would do Mabel Pines and Gravity Falls and any other characters, because Breya from Dark Crystal, which I hope gets picked up. Either Netflix changes their mind about cancelling it, or it gets picked up by Amazon, because Breya is another awesome autistic character. She's clearly autistic, so that would be cool too. So my outdoors quite strong on media. So, but obviously, what is really frustrating is when shows like absolutely refuse to say that somebody's autistic, because people don't want to confirm it, so we get stuck. So the only confirmed autistic characters we usually get are stereotypes, which is shit, because people will the writers who usually the writers who intend to write an autistic character, they just write stereotypes, and it's so frustrating, because then all the neurotypicals come along and say, wow, there's an autistic character in that show. Oh wow, that's a spot on portrayal, and it so isn't. And we have so many other characters that the autistic community has identified as autistic, but they're not promoted or given the publicity, and we have to fight to tell people this is a good representation. And then the neurotypicals will say, well, you can't label them, you can't say that, you can't label it. And it's like, oh, but it is. And that's why we have to claim our representations. So we cannot all work together to get better representation, which is our goal. So this has been my video of how I relate to Jaskier from The Witcher. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Yay!